Hi, this is Shane Ill, and welcome back to BJD Newswatch. I decided after thinking about it, I'm only going to review either major companies' announcements, or if it's an indie company, I will only be talking about it once they have physical prototypes. Because if I do anything before that, it's just going to be way too much to go through. There are so many indie companies coming out of the cracks, and most of them don't make it past the art stage, so it would just be kind of pointless. So I'm just going to be focusing on that, and hopefully that will keep these episodes from being like 2 hours long. So I'm going to start off with things we've already talked about that have some new stuff coming out. So Come For Free just came out with the Minty Series 3 hanging card, and I don't care for her. She's fine. She's just not my style. Same with all of Minty Series 3. She's cute. I'm sure she'll be popular. Not my thing. Apocalyptic Prelude is putting out some more finished prototypes. They have a prototype. I think these are both hanging cards. And they both look cute. I don't like them as much as the original versions. After looking back at all of them for last week's episode, I was like, man, people were right. The originals look a lot better. They just have more charm. I don't know. They didn't need to polish them as much as they did, I don't think. Whispers of Yore dropped a new hanging card to try to promote their crowdfunding a little bit more. Checking right now, they're at 7.25%, but the new hanging card is so cute. I really want them to succeed. I'm trying to save up to support their crowdfunding, but I know that's not going to make much difference. I want these so bad to be real. I would do anything for these. You already know. So, everybody give them money, please, and thank you. EPets Series 2 just revealed their full roster outside of hanging cards in the hidden, and they're super cute. I like all of them a lot, and I'll definitely be doing another all-in for this series. The Fox Wolf Girl is so neat. I love her gas mask. I did not expect them to go that direction. So I have no idea if she's supposed to be the little fennec fox that I showed in last episode or not at this point, but she's so cool. Fruit Hard Candy Research Institute just posted their full prototypes for their hanging cards, and they're super cute. I really like Kiwi, and I think... No, Guava's the last hidden. This is Glucose. They're super cute. I really like Fruit Hard Candy Research Institute. I don't know if I'll be able to drop the money on them, but if I had the money to spare, I would definitely grab them. They're just not my favorites, but I do really like them. I almost forgot to mention, they also introduced a new hidden that will be replacing Guava, which is kind of sad because I do really like Guava, and now he'll only be included as a crowdfunding bonus. But the new hidden is cute too. I don't think he fits the theme of the rest of the line very well, but I understand why they thought Guava wasn't really detailed enough to be a hidden. I don't think it was super necessary. I hope other people like him, because he is really cute, and I like him a lot. He doesn't quite line up with the rest of the line. Simon Toy's Normal Puppy collab has started doing some head sculpt optimizations. They'd already posted basically full prototypes, but they're going back and fixing some things, and they look really nice. They've added a lot more blush and more details to the eyes, and I really like the changes they've made. The only one I'm 50-50 on is Little Bear, just because I really liked how she looked kind of annoyed in the original doll, and now she just kind of looks surprised. but the detailing on the new heads is crazy. They are so cute. They also changed the Runaway Bride from a normal member of the group to one of the hiddens, so there's going to be a new character included soon, and I don't think they've revealed who that is yet. Forgotten City, who was silent for forever, is finally posting clothing prototypes again. They're still at it. I'm excited for these. I hope they succeed. I think they're really interesting, and they usually... I'm kind of disappointed when blind box companies, like indie companies, listen too much to critiques and make a ton of changes. But Forgotten City has been really good about it. They have taken critiques in stride and really improved their products. So I'm really hopeful for them. I think that they'll be successful. I think they have enough of a following at this point. And I'm hoping that not many of them have dropped off because they've been taking a while, because I think they've really needed the time, and they're doing a lot. I really like them. Dream Cradle is working on head sculpts and clothing prototypes. I think they're really cute. I am concerned with all of the detail in these. I don't know how much of it will translate once they're being mass-produced. Looking at them, they're not as bad as I remembered them being. They were pretty close to, like, Sugary Girls level of detail, so I think they'll be okay. They might just be a little bit more expensive, but I do really like them. I hope that they're successful. Yuyao Leyao is working on their first full prototypes. They don't look good. I really love the concept art. The prototypes, they're not very good. They look really cheap. I don't know. I think it's the faces. The rest looks nice. The faces just take it down a lot for me. They're not great. So I'm hopeful they'll go through some more rounds of fixing things, because I think they could make some really good products if they just work a little bit longer on it. Twinkle Polaris is doing outfit prototypes. I really like this line so far. Again, same as Dream Cradle. There's a lot of detail in these, and I don't know how well it's going to translate once they're being mass-produced. And they haven't done physical sculpts of the heads yet, and I think a lot of those details are going to get lost. Dream Cradle, looking at it closer, I think is going to be okay. I think they refined it down enough that it'll be alright. These, I'm not so sure how much of this is going to make it, and how much is going to get lost. The clothing, though, looks really, really nice, and I hope they keep that level of quality once they start mass production. But I know usually when things look too good to be true, once they come out, there's going to be a lot of cuts. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Not super confident about it. Twilight convenience store is starting to post clothing prototypes. I've been watching this line for a while. I really, really like them. The clothing looks gorgeous. There's a lot of detail, but at this scale, I think it'll work okay. My one complaint is I wish Apple's flannel was actually a flannel and not just kind of a piece of cloth that you can tie in the front. It looks a little goofy. But the rest is absolutely gorgeous. I'm really excited for these. Paradise of Visions is starting to work on finished head models. I like the designs of Paradise of Visions a lot. I was really excited for them until they started marketing their designs as, like, cute little boys, which would be fine. Looking at most of these designs, yeah, They're like maybe teenagers, and they're cute and silly, and that's fine. But then you get to some of them that there's definitely some kind of sexual undertones there, which is a little bit odd. Not super surprising to me, but a little bit odd. Aside from that, they're really cute, and I want to like them because they're really good boy designs. But that makes me feel a little bit weird, and it's hard to look at them the same after knowing that's how they were marketed. But fully ignoring that, heads look gorgeous. Heads are coming out great. I'm super torn on this line, man. I don't know how to feel about these. I go back and forth on it all the time. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just going to ignore it and because they're still cute, and I'm just going to pretend that's not a thing. And then I think about it too much, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of strange. I don't really like that. Mystery Tower, moving on, are starting to post clothing prototypes. These designs are cool. They're tarot-based. They don't really scream that to me with a lot of them. Like, I don't really see it with most of them. But the clothing does look really, really good. I like it a lot. And they do have one finished prototype that they've shown that looks great. Like, I really love it. So I wasn't super sold on them based on the illustrations, but with the physical prototypes, I'm starting to like them a lot. I think they've got some promise. Vintage Dollhouse is still in pretty early stages, but they're doing some body and wig prototyping, which for blind box BJDs, I have only seen one line ever that had wigs, so that's kind of exciting. I think their designs are really unique and interesting, so I've been keeping an eye on them, and the prototyping so far looks really good. The wigs look really high quality. I'm hoping once they're mass-produced, they keep that quality. But if they do, I think these will be super successful, even if they're a little bit more expensive, which I'm sure they will be with this level of, like, detail and having actual wigs. I expect they'll be, I think they're 1/12 scale, but I think they'll probably be priced closer to what you see with 1/8 or 1/6 scale dolls, just based on the level of quality. But I'm excited to see what happens with them. I think they could be really cool. Exotic Pet Atlas is starting prototyping, which is really surprising because I thought they were dead after all of the controversy. Basically, allegedly, I don't know if any of it was fully confirmed. I think some of it was. The person who owns Exotic Pet Atlas was running 2 to 3 other accounts, pretending to be fully different companies, and it was just kind of a lottery of which one would be most successful would actually get made, but that wasn't disclosed. And there were also some allegations that the owner of the company was using students and small artists to get very, very cheap art, or in some cases unpaid. So I'm not 100% sure how well this company is going to do if all of that is true. I'm not positive it's true, but the multiple accounts thing was confirmed. That I'm pretty confident was confirmed. The prototypes look good. The designs look good. I think they're cute, but I don't trust this company very much right now. I'll have to see if more comes out about it, but last I heard, I don't really trust this company, so I would be cautious. Run Towards the Shine released their first full prototype and is also working on some head sculpts. I've been watching these because I really like these designs. I love, like, the kind of goofy sci-fi aesthetic. That's one of my big weaknesses with aesthetics. I think they're coming out really cute. They definitely need a little bit more polishing before they're released, that's obvious, but I think these are great. I'm excited for these to start crowdfunding. I'm almost positive they'll be successful. If they're not, I will be shocked because they are really, really fun designs and they're really cute. And I think a lot of this will translate really well into mass production, which is not the norm. Now, breaking my physical prototypes rule, Rainbow Sound Elf Concerto, which, no, actually it did have some physical stuff. It had some outfit prototypes out. Unsurprisingly, has been indefinitely paused. I am not at all shocked. They had so many fully separate designs that they were planning to make that it just wasn't feasible. There was no way these were going to come out. Sad, I guess. They're cute designs, but there was absolutely no way this was going to happen. Also, Infinite Loop is back, which I am breaking my rule because I really like these and I'm really excited about it, and this just happened this morning. They are back posting after months and months of silence, and they say that they are going to finish their samples soon and decide whether or not they continue with the launch based on market feedback, which is super exciting because I was so sad about Infinite Loop. I thought they were so cool. And that's about it for this week. That's all the exciting news I have. Thank you for watching. My throne is in the description if you want to support me. That's the best way to do it. I'm really enjoying doing these, so I hope that you guys like it too.